Alright, so let's talk about this Jushiro real quick. This is going to be a super brief video, just because I don't even think that this guy's worth talking about. But hey, I did say that if people are interested in this type of video, I'll make them. And even though I'm 10 days late on this video, it is what it is. Like, we're going to be getting the end of the month banner soon. I personally think it's going to be Spirits Are Forever With You. I've talked to some people. They think it's going to be, some people think it's going to be seasonal. But for the most part, you can expect end of the month to be relatively hype. Mid-month has historically been pretty mid in comparison to end of the month banners around the time anniversary comes out. So let's talk about this Jushiro. He's a tech unit. He has Stern Ritter Killer, which is still really interesting, and he also has a freeze immunity built into his kit based on his soul trait. So we do have a soul trait now with freeze immunity complete, like a complete freeze immunity. For his innate skills, we do have poison immunity as well, and then we also have guard break. Now, what this tells me is that Caleb is most likely going to try to come out with a Stern Ritter guild quest in the future. I feel like they're kind of just future-proofing and trying to come out with characters that can actually make use of that skill. With the 1000 Year Blood War anime coming out literally in less than 2 months, which is absolutely insane to say, considering I've been doing content on this game for about 6 years now, 7 years. I don't even know. It's been a long time. Some of you have even grown up with me, which is crazy to think about. He has a Berserker 60%. He has a Frenzy +1, and then he has Technique, Attribute, Captain, Strong Attack Damage +20%. For Guild Quest in particular, he's going to have Range Damage +30%, and then Killer Effect +50%. My issue with this character is his kit, even though it would be good if he had Havoc 20%, he doesn't have Havoc 20%. He doesn't have a debuff mechanic, he doesn't have weakening, he doesn't have any status elements that could potentially bring him, like, elevate him to a higher level, right? Devastation 60%, not even going to be good for a main runner for Guild Quest. Now, the reason I bring this up isn't because I'm trying to trash on him in particular, but it's, if you compare him to a lot of the other Guild Quest characters, a lot of the other Guild Quest characters have a lot going on that actually help them in various types of ways for that Guild Quest in particular. An SP-based character that doesn't have a crazy OP kit, for example, like his first strong attack is a 2500 length beam, his second strong attack is an 800 AoE distance second strong attack, and his third strong attack is a standard full screen third strong attack, which in Guild Quest kind of puts you in the, you have to literally run into the middle and then use your third strong attack. Without Havoc, you're missing valuable range, and without status elements, you're missing a lot of crowd control that you could potentially have with your Soul Bomb. He doesn't have the revive mechanic on his Soul Bomb, so you're not really helping out your, like, allies either, like your NAD allies. And you, if I go into other characters that have, like Espada Killer or Captain Killer, like I think the worst one that came out was probably Aizen. Without any status elements, but he's a flurry unit, so you're not really relying on him to deal his strong attacks, so you're always going to have access to his NAD, right? He has a bruiser of 90% along with flurry, and then on top of that he has power attribute, Soul Reaper, normal attack damage 20%. Then he has the killer effect and melee damage multipliers, which is really good. Obviously he has poise because that'll protect him, and then he has weaken immunity, which is good for that week of Guild Quest in particular. And then dodge or Ronkar damage, which is going to help just help him survive even in the trickiest of situations. So that's going to be an Espada Killer, right? Another Espada Killer that we could definitely talk about is probably going to be Ulquiorra, but I want to talk about Abirama first, because I think that Abirama is probably the most doo-doo in terms of, like, no, I don't even think he's doo-doo. It's just a Guild Quest unit, right? Bruiser 90% with his normal attack damage 30%, and then on top of that he got Flurry, Killer, Guild, and then range damage with the Guild Quest multipliers, and then Technique, Attribute, normal attack damage plus 20%. He's really strong for Guild Quest. And then Ulquiorra, obviously you can run him as a, at 1 out of 5, this guy literally does sub like 30 seconds in Guild Quest by himself, which is, okay, maybe not by himself, but with a little bit of support, he's actually incredibly good. A bruiser of 40%, guard break, killer effects, range damage, great in Guild Quest. If you proc a status element with Drain, guaranteed with his Soul Bomb, status element attack boost plus 80%, so that's going to be really good. This actually comes out to roughly 80% extra damage or 75% extra damage. Either way, it's a good amount of damage. So I don't think that this Jushiro really does enough to merit people maybe even working on him. Like, if you want to get him to level 200, I wouldn't personally link slot him. Maybe I would test him out. I might be putting a foot in my mouth while I'm like talking about this character, but it is what it is. I don't think that he's really Really, I don't think he's good. I think he's just okay. It's like, okay, cool, I got a new character. It's orbs. I think that's pretty much all he is. Orbs.